Right, hey guys, Marvel CCG back in the video. With this video, I'm going over the new Yubel support. So this is for Phantom Nightmare. So let's get started. So here we have Spirit of Yubel, which is obviously a play on Spirit of Neos. So when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. So it's very much in line with Yubel's original effect, just being battle oriented. And if this card is special summoned, you can take one spell or trap from your deck that mentions Yubel and either add it to your hand or set it. So it's an easy way to search out a card, and it's not only if it's summoned from its own effect, but just special summon in general, you're able to search a Yubel card. So that's very useful. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, you take no battle damage from battles involving this card. So of course, in line with Yubel there. This card is destroyed. You can special summon one of your Yubels, that is banished or in your hand, deck, or grave. Pretty easy to get some value out of this card. So pretty good. It's a pretty good solid card all around. 4 effects that are relevant to what Yubel was, but also adding to it by being a searcher here, and also by bringing out one of your other monsters. And now here we have Geist Grinder Golem, which is level 8 Dark Fiend effect monster. You can only summon this card once per turn. You can reveal one Yubel monster in your hand and special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's field. Then you can special summon the revealed monster to your field. So you're going to be giving your opponent this monster in order to do this. And then once per turn during damage calculation, if this card battles a Yubel monster, your opponent gains 3,000 life points. You're going to be giving this to your opponent. You're going to attack and be gaining 3,000 life points that way. And if you special summon Yubel while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card to your opponent's field. It's just another way of just giving your opponent this card. It's a very interesting card, and it seems pretty fun just being able to give yourself 3,000 life points in that way. So here we have Samsara Regenerating Lotus. So again, same thing as it looks like the Lotus from before, but let's see how it's changed. You can tribute this card, special summon one Yubel monster from your deck, just like a Lone Fire Blossom, but for the deck. And then during your opponent's turn, when a monster effect is activated while you control a Yubel monster, quick effect, you contribute this card. That effect becomes destroy one Yubel monster on the field. Isn't necessarily a monster negate, but the same way that Dark World changes an effect to discard a card, this one's just changing it to destroy a Yubel monster on the field. So that could be pretty fun. And honestly, it serves enough as a monster negate to make it very annoying for your opponent to deal with. And then during your end phase, if you control Yubel and this card is in your grave, you can take this card and either add it to your hand or special summon it, so it has recurring value as well. Very good card overall. And now here we have the Yubel fusion monster. This is Yubel das Ewig Liebwatcher. I mean, it looks like it's in German. Not exactly sure how you pronounce that. I know you guys are gonna say I butchered it quite a bit, and if I did, which I definitely did, make sure to correct me in the comments if you know how to pronounce it. And if this card is fusion summoned, you can inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each fusion material used for its summon. It looks like one Yubel monster plus one or more effect monsters on the field. So instantly, it looks like a super poly target. Just get as many things as you can, and then being able to do that in order to inflict a lot of damage to your opponent. That's going to be quite powerful. And then cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Also, you take no battle damage from battles involving this card. So again, maintaining the whole Yubel identity. And if this card battles an opponent's monster, at the end of the damage step, inflict damage to them equal to that monster's attack. And if you do banish it, we can deal quite a bit of lethal damage using this card. Pretty good fusion monster overall, and I think it's going to be fun just dropping a super poly. And here we have Nightmare Pain, so it's a continuous spell card. During your main phase, you can destroy one dark monster in your hand or face of field, and if you do, you can add one Yubel or one card that mentions it from your deck to your hand. So searchability with this card. Very powerful. While you control any Yubel monster, all opponents must attack them if able. That's always good to see. You definitely want them to be doing that. And then your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving your Yubel monsters instead. So again, it's just an annoying way for your opponent to have to interact with your Yubel cards. And here we have Mature Chronicle. It's a continuous spell card. Each time a Yubel monster and or monsters that mentions Yubel is special summoned, you can place a counter on this card. You can remove up to 5 counters from this card you control to activate one of these effects. It seems, depending on how many counters you get rid of, you get this effect that occurs. So you can either, with 1, special summon one Yubel from your grave. With 2, add one of your banished cards to your hand. With 3, banish one card from your deck. 4, destroy one card on the field. And then 5, add a super poly from your deck to your hand. So we have here a super poly search, and being able to summon a Yubel monster from your grave. And just a lot of different effects that this card can get you here. It does require you to build up its effects, build up the counters on this card in order to use these effects, but doing so just gives you a lot of value, and does definitely seem to be worth building it up here. Here's the final card, which is Eternal Favorite. It's once per turn you can activate one of these effects, but you can only use each of the following effects of this card's names once per turn. Special summon one of your Yubel monsters that is banished or in your grave. Neither player can activate cards or effects when it's summoned, so it just ensures that your Yubel monster gets out. And if you control Yubel, discard one card and send this face-up card from your spell and trap zone to the grave. Fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from either field as material, including a Yubel monster. So it looks like this is going to be another way of just serving as a super poly card. In case you don't have enough copies with the super poly itself. Honestly, this looks like it's pretty fun. Take your opponent's monsters, force them to attack into yours, and it's just battle oriented and very annoying, but I think it's gonna be pretty fun to be testing around. So I'm definitely gonna try to give this deck a test when I get the chance, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.